Let's create a class library. Go to File, click on New, and then Project. And over here, we will select project type as class library. Select this option. I will just call my class library as Fidge Buzz library, and I will save this in this location. You can save it anywhere you like, and I will call the solution name as Fidge Buzz library app. Now if I press next and again press create, now it should create a class library. So what I would like to do is I will rename this class library as a Fidge Buzz, and to do that I will just select the class1.cs, right click it and press rename, and I will type in Fidge Buzz, and it says you are renaming a file. Would you like to perform a rename in this project of all references to the code element class 1? If I press yes, then it will change this automatically as well. See, it has changed now to Fidge Buzz. So we have created a class library. Okay, let's quickly run through what we will be coding. So we'll be creating a Fidge Buzz class library that takes in a number and returns Fidge if number is divisible by 3, Buzz if number is divisible by 5, Fidge Buzz if number is divisible by 3 and 5. Otherwise, we will return the number as string. So first of all, we will create a method called getFidgeBuzz, and we will pass in a parameter number, and it will be of type int. We will set this method as public, and we will set it as static so we don't have to instantiate the class to run it. Now we will start off with this condition first. FidgeBuzz if number is divisible by 3 and 5, because if a number is divisible by both 3 and 5, and if we start off with this condition, either one of these 3 or 5, then these conditions will get triggered first and the program will never be able to trigger FidgeBuzz. So we have to start off with this condition first. Let's do that. So we'll use an if statement, and we will say if a number is divisible by 3, i.e. if the remainder of the number is 0. So what we are saying over here is if a number, when it's divided by 3 and its remainder is 0, that is equivalent to saying number is divisible by 3. And if a number is divisible by 5, i.e. if the number is divided by 5 and its remainder is 0, then we will return FidgeBuzz. Now we can move on to another condition. Now we will say else if the number is divisible by 3, i.e. if the number is divided by 3 and its remainder is 0, then we will return Fizz. Now we will move on to the next condition. We'll say else if the number is divided by 5 and its remainder is 0, i.e. the number is divisible by 5, then we will return Buzz. And finally, else we will return the number as a string. .toString is a built-in method to convert any number to a string. So what this will do is it will convert the number to a string and simply return it. So this is our class library. So all of these logic should perform the FidgeBuzz as stated by our problem. Now this FidgeBuzz is a class library and it can be used by different projects. For example, let's create a new project. If we click on this solution, right click it and go to add, we will add a new project. And this time we will search for console app and click on this console, and we will select on the console app, and I will simply name my project name as console app 1. You can select wherever you like to save it, console app 1. You can save this anywhere you like and simply press next, and again press create. So what this has done is this has created a new project called console app 1. So this is our class library, FizzBuzz library, where we have the logic for the FizzBuzz program. Now we can use this logic in a different project, which is a console app 1. Let's see how we do that. First of all, in order to use the class library, we need to add a reference to this class library. So we should click on dependencies and then right click it, add project reference. Now we need to select the FizzBuzz library, and you can normally find it under projects and solution. Let's tick this and now press OK. So we have added the dependencies. Now let's double click on this program.cs. Instead of hello world, what I can say is please enter a number, and I will make this console write because I want everything to appear in a single line of code. Now what we can do is int input is equal to console.readLine. Oh, we have a red squiggly line. Okay, so whenever we collect the data from the user using console.readLine, it always takes the data in the string format. So we need to convert this to integer, which is a number. So if I say int.parse and put this under the brackets, then it should work. Now all I need to do is I need to call in my FizzBuzz method from the FizzBuzz library. So to do that, I can simply say FizzBuzz dot, you can see there's a get FizzBuzz method. So get FizzBuzz, and we'll pass in our input parameter. So this FizzBuzz is the FizzBuzz over here, and get FizzBuzz is the method inside it. But you need to also ensure that we are using this top statement using FizzBuzz library, otherwise it won't work. For example, if I delete this code, then I will get an error. So I'll undo this. So this is how we can use class library. So if I hit start, why am I getting this error? Oh, it is saying set the executable project as the startup project. So because we created the class library first, what it has done is it has set the class library as executable, and we cannot execute directly the class library. So we need to make our console app project the startup project. If I come to my console app, right click it, and then click on set as startup project, now it should work. So if I go back to my program.cs and press on console app.1, it says please enter a number. So if I press 1, oh, I forgot to print it to the console. So let's say console.writeLine and close the brackets. Now it should work. It says please enter a number, so I put in 1, and it simply returns 1 because it's not divisible by 3 or 5. Again, if I put in 15, then it returns FizzBuzz because it's divisible by 3 and 5. If I put in 9, then it returns Fizz because it's only divisible by 3. And finally, one more, if I put in number 10, it should return Buzz. So this is as expected. So you can see how we are using our class library on a different project.